Alexa, play War by Chief Keef. Cause that's what it is, and that's what it is, Philly Philly. What it do, baby? Your boy Mommy Duffy back in the biddy to come holler at you. Hey, it's about to be a flat out war, man. We about to see what we made of, man. Is we one of the teams that gonna get down or we gonna lay down, man? Or we gonna put a team down? Cause that's what it is, man. That's the only team that's stopping us to getting where we need to go. And I've been speaking on this from the off season, man. With all our moves and all our trades and all the things that we done in the off season and even throughout the season, man. I've been saying we're trending in the right direction to get to our ultimate goal to play in February. We right there. We right at the cusp. We at the cusp. We there. We there at the door. Now we just got to kick the door down and do what we need to do. But it's gonna be a feisty game. It's gonna be a game to remember, man. One of the best NFC Championships games in recent memories. I definitely feel it's gonna be that way because you have the number one defense going against the number two defense. You got the once was the MVP front runner in Hurts going against one of the hottest teams in the NFL, one of the hottest offenses in the NFL in Brock Purdy and Niners and the crew. They on a 12-game winning streak. So they hot. They feeling confident. Debo talking in his noise saying, I didn't make too much of it, but he's saying that it's gonna be loud stuff. But we gonna be rocking. We gonna be rocking. The link gonna be rocking on Sunday afternoon, and I cannot wait. I can't wait to see what we put on full display, man. Let before I even get into today's video, man, I want to say, how in the hell my boy Hassan Reddick is not talked about as Defensive Player of the Year? The man has 16 sacks and a plethora of other outstanding stats that I can't think of off the top of my head, but I'll definitely put an image in there so you guys can see it. But for the most part, the man had an unbelievable season in his first year in this defense. First year under this type of scheme, being the edge rusher and then dropping off in coverage and things of that nature. Seeing different fronts and how we was able to utilize and maximize his ability to the best of our ability, to the best of his ability. And you telling me the man can't even get into the conversation at least? Man, that's a bunch of BS. But hey, it is what it is. The whole year we've been balling. We had 17 Pro Bowlers to be exact. Enough about that. Now we about to head into the biggest game of Jalen Hurts' young career, man. Last week we put a debacle, man. The whole team came out last week, and we mopped the floor with the Giants, man. We owned them, and so we got to repeat that same performance. But here's the thing. These are going to be the keys in order to beat. I'm gonna give you the offensive keys and the defensive keys and how we could be able to get to the Super Bowl. Number one, got to play mistake-free football, because we seen with last week's game when they played the Cowgirls, when 49ers played the Cowgirls, we seen how they pretty much capitalized off of Dak turnovers and then put the ball in the end zone, whether it's 3 points or they put it in the end zone scoring the touchdown. So we have to be able to play mistake-free football because that defense is stingy. That defense is top notch. So they're looking for Hurts to make a mistake because they throw different disguises out there. DeMeco Ryans is a hell of a defensive coordinator. I can't say anything bad about DeMeco Ryans, man. Definitely deserves to get a head coaching job next year, but we have to make sure we got to put his defense to rest, because we seen the Raiders put up points. We have an offense that can definitely score with the best of them. So we definitely got to come out there and play, one, mistake-free football. Two, we got to exploit their secondary. CD had a field day. He went stupid. Had what? Over 8 receptions, over 100 yards. So he balled out that pass game. DK had a good game against their secondary. He blurred their corner number 7. So it's definitely, we have to take advantage. And I like AJ over DK. I like AJ over CD Lamb. So if 7 is on AJ Brown, check. We either gonna beat his ass deep, hit him with a screen. Hit him with a quick slant or whatever, because AJ Brown's size is definitely too much for him to handle. So, and then on top of that, on the other side at the Z receiver, we got Smitty, Skinny Batman. He gonna go out there and get busy. So we got to be able to take apart number 38 and number 7. We know 29, he's gonna roll down, he's gonna play in the box, he's gonna be over guarded, if I'm not mistaken. And then you're gonna have Ward in the slot and things of that nature. So we have to take they got some playmakers, but we have to take apart their secondary. We definitely can do so. Second, excuse me, third on the offensive side of the ball, we have to keep Hurts protected. Keep Hurts protected, I promise you. And we can run the ball. Excuse me. Well, that tails into our O line playing mistake free. We have to be able to protect Hurts. We got to be able to keep him clean, keep that pocket clean. And he roll out, he go out there and get busy. Hey, it's gonna be hard to run the ball. It's definitely gonna be hard. But I definitely feel with our O line and with our plethora of backs, Jalen Hurts add another addition to our running game, so we can be able to go out there and do the damn thing on the offensive side of the ball. Also a part of going back to my original the first point that I made. The first key is playing mistake-free football. Not only turnovers is a part of playing mistake-free football. We have to minimize penalties. We cannot have no false starts. We cannot have no illegal formation. We cannot have nobody. We cannot have these little minor mental mistakes, because that's going to cost us. It definitely is. So that's the keys for the offensive side of the ball. Now transitioning over to the dark side, baby, where we've been one of the best defenses in the league. The way we beat San Fran, we have to stop the run. We have to first. The number one key on the defensive side of the ball, we have to play with gap control. Gap control is going to be our biggest key in order for us to thrive, in order for our defense to go out there and make plays, and we can go out there and release our headhunters. If it's me to start the game off, I'm having Sue and Cox. I'm having Sue and Fletcher now. My two tackles, them two claws gonna eat up that space in the A and the B gap. And then you keep Reddick. Well, you keep Reddick on the outside, as an outside backer, edge rusher. And you have two contain guys. You got two contain guys in Sweat and Reddick. Now you have the two clogs on the inside. Now we can go out there and do something. We still got BG can rotate with our D line. We definitely can make some plays. We definitely can get downhill. Linebackers, we have to tackle. Our front seven, we have to be able to stop the run. That's number one. Number one key, play with gap control. 2, force Brock Purdy to beat us. We have the best secondary in the league, so I definitely feel we can scheme things for Debo. We can scheme things. We can put guys in position to be able to stop Kittle. I'm not saying that they're not going to get theirs, but limit them. We have to limit them. Wherever Debo go, Slay go. Besides, until he get to the backfield. Now, when Debo go in the backfield, hey, that's when somebody else got to roll down. Whether it's C.J. Gardner-Johnson, he rolled down, or Marcus Epps rolled down from the safety, from the strong safety spot. Or whatever the case may be, he rolled down into the blocks and roll down into the box and be that extra defender. That way we can be able to stop the run, or whatever the case may be that thrown their way. So that's number 2. We have to force Brock Purdy to beat us. We cannot allow that running game to get jiggy, to get going, because they can run the ball with the best of them. And third, force turnovers. Force turnovers. Get to the quarterback. Put penetration on the quarterback and force turnovers. That's been our mantra, and that's been our key for the entire year. Let's keep it up. Let's keep it up in the playoffs, in one of the most biggest games of the year. And we definitely got a chance to get to the Super Bowl if we do these 3 things. Now, I almost forgot. Let me go back to show some love to the offensive side of the ball. We have to score. We have to score. If we go in there, we put pressure on San Fran to score. Now we controlling the game. Now we allowing them to play our game. If we go out there and we go score, because 9 times out of 10, if you just look at it, let's just think about it. If when they played Seattle first round in the wild card game, First half Seattle was cooking, they was hot, things of that nature. Second half they came out and blew the doors off them because Seahawks on the defensive side, and even on the offensive side, they don't have enough firepower to compete, to stay in great competition with them. No disrespect, no slack to the Seahawks. They had a hell of a year. Then when they played the Cowgirls last week, Cowgirls got a pretty good defense. They can go out there, they can make plays. Dak just, you know, they capitalize off of that turnovers, as I mentioned before. So now the game was 9-9 heading into the fourth quarter. Now they playing us. We're offense that can score. So now if we force them to score, excuse me. So now you see how when they manage to keep the game close to the fourth quarter, because that's all D'Amico Ryan's gonna do. He's gonna talk to his defense, tell his guys, and tell Brock Purdy, hey, let's just keep the game close, and then that's when now we can be able to go out there and now the ball is in our court now. The ball is in our favor now because it's that close. So all we need is that one stop, that one mistake. And then that's when we're gonna go out there and use that momentum and go out there and go score. So that's what D'Amico Ryans and Kyle Shanahan probably telling Brock Purdy, especially if it's a close game, heading into the fourth quarter. Let's just say, for example, it's 17-17 heading into the fourth quarter, or 17-10 heading into the fourth quarter, and we're up. They're going to try to do everything in their power to just keep the game close. Keep the game. All they have to do is keep the game close, and then that's when they're going to use that move and try to force a turnover and try to get that mistake out of us, and then go ahead and use that momentum against us. To wrap things up, I want to say my prediction for the game. I definitely feel, and I definitely think that we'll come out with the dub. I'll say the first score that came in my mind, because it's two good defenses, it's two good teams playing against each other. I definitely feel both teams are going to score. I'm definitely feeling 24-20. That's what I feel. That's the first score that popped up in my head, 24-20. But this your boy Miami Duffy. Make sure to like, subscribe, and comment.